Okay, this is staggering. He highlighted 10 criminals who have been arrested a combined 485 times since the bail reform laws were implemented in 2020. At least 6 of them confirmed to be roaming the streets today, probably hanging out outside of Fox, just taking craps everywhere. So how can any reasonable judge or DA think this is safe for their community? Joining me now, former D.C. police detective, defense attorney, and Fox News contributor, Ted Williams. Oh, Ted, it's great to have you back. So where is your heart here? Is your heart with the criminals? You know, you wear the hat of defense attorney, or is it with the cops who are so frustrated because administration after administration, these mayors turn their backs on them? What is the point of going out and policing when you get people off the streets and they're given desk tickets?
You know, my heart is with the citizens, the law-abiding citizens who should know, and let me tell you the best kept secret: crime pays. It's unfortunate that I have to say that, but crime pays. These guys, they go into the system, the law enforcement officers arrest them over and over again, and before the ink is dry on the paperwork, these individuals are back on the street. You hear Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, saying that there are 10 career criminals who have been arrested over 500 times between themselves. It's embarrassing.
And it's, you know, they're doing the same thing. Some of them, they go into places like Target and CVS with, you know, giant garbage bags, and they just fill them up with stuff and they sell them on the street. You know, it's not like they're Robin Hood and they're giving it to poor people. They're turning a profit off of stolen goods. I saw a guy in CVS the other day get run out of the place by 2 security guards who finally did something. And, you know, this guy had the audacity to yell back at them. It's like, why are you stopping me from doing this? You're targeting me. It's like, you just stole a pair of glasses, you idiot. But it's not just people who are stealing stuff from, you know, these chain drugstores. We're talking about people who commit violent felonies. Those people should not be roaming around, because guess what? They know they can operate with impunity. They can hurt anyone they want, and now they're actively hurting people, pushing them down and taking their stuff. We saw a guy in New York get run over by a car in the Bronx. 3 guys got out and rifled through his pockets and took all his stuff when he was passed out on the sidewalk, and then he was in critical condition.
You know, it's an embarrassment, I got to tell you, Kennedy. But unfortunately, this is an embarrassment that's taken place all over this country. And I can tell you, one of the most frustrated groups are law enforcement officers who want to do the right thing out in the community and lock these people up. But can you envision being a law enforcement officer, locking up someone in the morning, and before you can go home that afternoon, that person is back on the street, only to be locked up again tomorrow or the next day? It's a very frustrating revolving door that's taking place here in America, and we've got to get these legislators off of their butts, and they're gonna have to do something for law-abiding citizens. It seems as though they clearly favor criminals by letting them commit a crime, go be arrested, and be back on the street.
Yeah, they open the door and they're like,
all about?
Go on out there. All the stuff you want to steal is out there. All the people you want to hurt so you can take their stuff, they're out there too. There's no disincentive, and there's no social workers. So, you know, they had $1 billion for a mental health initiative here in New York City, and I walked through Columbus Circle the other day, and there were dudes with like cauliflower toes just bathing in the fountain. And, you know, they're not male strippers, Ted.
Well, like I said, law-abiding citizens, Kennedy, are the ones who are suffering. And, you know, we're talking about the criminals, but we need to be talking about some of these DAs like Alvin Bragg of Manhattan, Kim Foxx of Chicago, or George Gascon of Los Angeles.
Yeah, George Gascon is going to be recalled. Not every state has a recall mechanism, but Kim Foxx, a guy who's been working in her office for 25 years, just resigned because he thinks that she's a buffoon. She doesn't know what she's doing, and she's completely corrupt. corrupt. And here's a guy who's been there for 25 years, and he's leaving a job that, it's like, I don't know if he's done it well. I'm guessing he's pretty happy. He's been there a long time. Maybe he's just getting a pension. Who knows? But I do believe him when he says that she is corrupt, she is tarnished, and it does a complete disservice to that part of Illinois. Ted Williams, always good to talk to you. Thank you, dear. I love your lavender.
My pleasure. Okay, take care.
You too. Matches my lipstick.